Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back to my channel. As I mentioned in my earlier video that I will make a separate video explaining all the details of the requirements of ICCR scholarship. As I told you earlier that your country might be eligible for the scholarship, but as an individual, as a candidate, you have to fulfill some requirements in order to be eligible for the scholarship, in order to avail the scholarship. There are several criterias, and recently the criterias have been published, so I will try to explain in details about those criterias. So let's begin. And before starting the video, if you like my videos and if you like my contents, then subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and share my videos with your friends or maybe juniors who want to avail this scholarship so that they can get helpful information from my video. So let's begin. At first, they have mentioned that candidates who desire to apply for ICCR scholarship may log into a URL and create individual login ID and passwords for submitting the application online. The following points may please be noted. So, okay, at first, before telling you about these points, let me tell you that the URL that they have shared, I will share the same URL with all of you in the description box. Make sure and be very cautious while applying that you are applying through this URL only. Don't apply into some random URL because that won't be fruitful for you and that won't bring anything good for you. When you will click on the URL that I will be providing on the description box, you will be redirected to the ICCR portal. You have to create an account for yourself by creating an individual ID and a password. Now, I will tell you about some points. Listen to them carefully to find out whether you are eligible for the course you want to apply for or not. First of all, it has been mentioned that applications of undergraduate and postgraduate courses should be between the age of 18 to 40. And for the PhD program, the age limit is 50 years. So you have to make sure that you are between 18 to 40 to apply for undergraduate and postgraduate. If you exceed the limit or if you're under 18, you can't apply for undergrad. And if you're more than 40, then you can't apply for undergrad and postgrad. And also for PhD, the age limit is 50. So if your age is more than that, you can't apply. So that's the requirement for age. So the next point is point number 2. Applying candidates should have no serious physical and mental issues. You will have to fill a medical form or a fitness form while applying for the ICCR scholarship. It's a document that you are required to submit while you will be applying. And this fitness form has to be filled by a doctor, so that's a way that they will make sure that you are physically and mentally fit. I think you don't have to worry much if you don't have any serious physical or mental issue. It won't be a big deal. They just want to make sure that the student will be able to adjust in a new country, in a new environment. That's why they have mentioned this as a requirement. So the third point is for candidates who are applying for BE or BTech courses, physics, chemistry, and mathematics, which is called PCM, are compulsory in 11th and 12th grades, which is SSC, HSC, or A level and O level and A level. That means if you want to pursue Bachelor's of Technology BTech or BE in India, you must have had physics, chemistry, and mathematics in your 11th and 12th grade. So make sure before applying for these degrees, these courses, that you have had physics, chemistry, and maths in your 11th and 12th grades. Okay. The fourth point is all students have to stay in the campus hostels if available. No exception for family or health reasons to stay outside of the campus will be entertained. Most of the colleges provide hostel facilities to students, so make up your mind that you will have to stay inside the hostel campus only. You can't stay outside because you will not be allowed to stay outside. Most of the institutions have hostel facilities. Only few cases there are no hostel facilities, so you might be allowed to stay outside in that case only. But as it is a requirement, so be determined about the fact that if you get the scholarship, I will have to stay in the hostel campus. No exception of this will be made for you. You might say that I have my family, my close relatives in India, I want to stay with them, or I have some health issue, so I won't be able to adjust inside the hostel with others. I want to stay outside, I want to stay in a rented apartment or a PG or something like that. Your request won't be entertained, so that's a very important requirement. You have to make sure that you abide by this rule. So the fifth point is applicants will have the option to apply to 5 universities or institutes in order of their preference. Okay, I have shared the details about this in my first video itself, that you will be required to choose only 5 universities, and you will be allowed actually to choose 5 universities. You can't choose more than that. You can't choose 6 or 10 universities according to your choice. You will be only given 5 options. So do your research properly. There are a lot of universities in India that might be offering the course that you want to pursue. You have to choose the 5 universities that you think that geographically is in the position that you want to be in for the next 4 years, and also are following the syllabus that you might prefer for the next 4 years. According to me, the Indian institutions are of really high quality. They provide quality education to students. So, education in the institutes are good. You have to see that what kind of environment your university is, your preferred university is, whether there are people from your country in that university or not. As I mentioned in my previous video, that you might need a lot of information from your seniors, and certain procedures are different for international students, which I have also seen in my college, that there are different procedures for the same kind of work for Indian students and different procedure for international students. So if you already have seniors, they will be able to guide you properly, that do this, do it this way, and don't do this. So having someone from your country in your university will be really beneficial for you. So try to find out and try to research that which universities have your country people. That's the very important thing. And the next point, which is the sixth point, is a 500 word essay in English has been introduced to ascertain English proficiency. Besides, students can also submit their TOEFL or IELTS, etc. Standardized test scores. Okay, so the thing is that um, you have to write an essay. The topics will be provided by ICCR authorities, you have to choose. There will be many topics actually, so you have to choose one of those topics and then write a 500-word essay. And also, if you have you any standardized test course, I think you should submit those, basically, which are IELTS and TOEFL, these kind of tests they're talking about. It is, even I think that it is very important, if you have any extracurricular activity or any standardized test score, you should submit those, because that will give you a leverage. All these kind of things always give a student leverage, because how else will they know that you are proficient in English, or you have done this kind of work apart from studies earlier? This is the way they will know. They have even mentioned that if you already have this kind of scores, you should submit these. Some universities even specifically ask for these kind of test scores. Not all, definitely not all, but some universities sometimes asks, sometimes they, the next year they omit the requirement, so it is up to them. You have to check before applying that whether the university that you're applying to is asking for this kind of extracurricular activities or the test scores or not. So that's it about this point. And the seventh point is mark sheets for each level 10 and level 12. Okay, so basically, you have to provide mark sheets of your 10th and 12th standard. So these were some very basic requirements that were mentioned in this year's ICCR scholarship circular. There are many more documents you will need in future while applying for the scholarship. Don't worry, I will make many more videos before you start applying for ICCR scholarship, and you will be able to know about all the documents that you will need for the scholarship procedure. There are some other things that I would like to share with you in this video. This one is a widely asked question: whether IITs offer ICCR scholarship for undergraduate or not. So the answer is no, IITs don't offer scholarships for undergraduate studies. Second question: do IITs offer ICCR scholarship for postgraduate studies or not? The answer is yes. IITs do provide scholarships for postgraduate studies. I have seen many people pursuing their postgraduate studies from IITs from Bangladesh. So the answer is yes. Third question is, how do you apply? You have to apply through the portal. Fourth question is, what is the procedure of getting selected for the scholarship? There are many internal procedures. The High Commission of India and ICCR both will decide which student they want to provide this scholarship to. But the examination procedure is of two steps. At first, you have to appear for the EPT exam, and then you have to appear for your interview or your viva. Okay, so both interview and viva play a crucial role for your selection. So prepare accordingly. And another question is about university choice. As I have mentioned earlier, you can choose up to 5 universities and any course or any subject you want, but it is better to choose the same subject for all the 5 universities, but you can choose different subjects if you want. It is up to you. And about the essay, you should be very expressive. You should be able to express your thoughts on the topic that you will choose. It should be very articulate. You shouldn't beat around the bush while writing the essay. It should be very expressive. You should answer to the point, but at the same time, you have to fulfill the requirements of 500 words, but in a very beautiful way. Not like writing some random sentences to fill the requirement. You will be given many topics. You have to choose one of them. So while choosing, choose such topic on which you will be able to write a very beautiful essay. So these are the most asked questions as of now. If you have any other questions for me, you can write in the comments. I will answer those questions according to my knowledge. And that's it for today. You can check my previous video for all the information about ICCR scholarship. I will make more videos about all the government scholarships that I know about, also more about ICCR scholarship and the application procedure, my journey in India, about engineering in India, how is engineering in India, how's the life of an engineering student in India. You will be able to know about all that from my video, especially for a female student from Bangladesh. It is definitely a very different journey for me in India. And I am pursuing my BTech from an NIT in India. So you all will be able to know about all the NITs and IITs. We have watched many movies like Three Idiots and Chichore, which were about engineering students. So right now I am living in India and pursuing my BTech from one of those famous and esteemed engineering institutions. So, how is life actually there? Is it similar to what we watched in movies or not? You'll be able to know about all those from the videos. What I feel about engineering, what I feel about pursuing graduation in a different country. I explore all these. I try to explore all these in my videos. I will try to I will definitely share all these links of my previous videos about my college campus, my hostel, and my recent trips in India in the description box. Do check those out to know how actually my life has been for the past 1.5 years in India. I hope you will enjoy it. And also, I would like to say that if you think that some of your junior or your friend or somebody you know want to apply for ICCR scholarship or want to know more about government scholarship, so you should share my videos with them so that they can find some useful information from my videos. So that's it. I will meet you all in my next video. Till then, goodbye.